So, starting with first, we should have people on the shutters at all times to try to check where their sniper is. Like, try to figure out where people are positioning. Try to figure out where demo's putting stickies. As you can see here, no one's paying attention to this. So no one sees this demo actually just walk straight to our spawn and put stickies there. You know, everyone's responsible for that. All 9 players. There's not a single person that's guilty of not doing this. It's everyone, right? Still, no one's checking their sniper. He doesn't really do much here. He just kind of sits on the boxes. But we still should have people watching this, right? So at this point, the main thing we should do is try to get sniper and try to get presence on this roof. Now, right off the bat, I believe our soldier's capping right now. Our soldier should be bombing this roof right now. Our soldier does not need to be capping. We have plenty of people to cap. Because when we get on this roof here, we can get some serious damage out. As you can see here, our demo actually bombs and gets tons of damage out real fast. And we can go on. Now, the problem here is no one's escorting our med. So we can stop that and bring it back. Go back to that real quick. Just watch this. See, the problem is we actually very rarely have, this happens a lot on this map, we don't have someone escorting our medic. We really need someone always escorting our medic so he doesn't die. Now, I know we had a ringer in this scrim, but this shouldn't be happening. So our med gets backstabbed because he's being stupid, but there's no one with him when he's here. Our pyro's on cart. I'm on cart as well. Our demo's getting ready to push. Someone needs to be with him. Med needs to call it. We need to call it. Now, I would prefer someone like NG or Pyro to escort him, because you don't really need to be a spy checking class. You just need to make sure he doesn't get backstabbed, right? So that's really it for first, because stuff like that's happened before, where this will happen all the time on this map, where spy will just be hiding in some little corner here, in some bush behind a tree, up on high ground, you know, and they'll backstab our medic if we're not being very careful with escorting him, right? Now, pushing second. Let's see if we can speed this up a bit. I believe on this, in this scrim, we actually had a very good second push. And I want to kind of see what went right here. So we have Flog. That's good. Flog means a lot of damage real fast because they're going to milk Uber. Now, you're going to see here why you don't want to milk Uber. Because what happens is post-Uber, you have hurt players. And especially with Flog, this is going to happen real fast. Now here, this is good. Because we don't have the cart pushed up. Oh, actually, we do have the cart pushed up. So this is fine. So we don't want to Uber until the cart's in a position like this so we can push it while we Uber here. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to slow it down, actually. I'm not going to pause. So when we push in, as soon as we call that we're Ubering in and pushing, our soldier needs to be spamming this gun. Soldier, scout, spy going in for sap if he can. Because what I'm going to do as heavy is I'm going to come in and I'm just going to turn and shoot this gun. Whether it's here or on the next platform over, I'm just going to spam gun. And as a team, we can get that gun down. Once we have that gun down, you guys can start capping. So let's start speeding this up a little bit. See when the Uber happens. We're still holding on to Uber. This is not... Oh, we were building Uber, actually, because we died. I forgot. But as soon as we got Uber, we go in, which is good. So we Uber in, and they have hurt players, which means they're out of the fight, right? Which is great. This was a great Uber push. We get the gun down, but right now, we should be pushing this cart. We're not because our flank died. So let's go back and see why our flank died. I'm trying to make this faster than the last one. So we're going to skip a lot of this stuff. I just want to see what happened to our flank that we died. Because when we're pushing in, our flank should be alive and ready to go. So right now, the cart's in. Our flank does not need to be pushing cart. That cart's as far as you're going to get it without an Uber push, right? So right now, You should just be sitting back here. Where you're at right now is good. You know, just watching choke. Scout, same thing. Get a little tap. You don't need to push it this far. Like, sure, you might live here, maybe. Yeah, you might live here, but that's lucky. That's not going to happen all the time, right? I mean, good on you for living. That's fucking crazy that you were allowed to live, right? And that's good that you're kind of behind, but you're not really in a position to do anything now. Because we Ubered here, and we should be pushing this cart right now. This cart needs to get pushed. You're back there. Our soldier is down, and we have no cart presence after this Uber, right? At this point, the cart either should be capped or in a position that our combo can then drop down and cap it. But what happened here is we killed their medic, and we should be ready to push in. Right? Did we even get a saw off? We even got a saw in. So we should be in a position to be pushing right now, and that's what I'm thinking. Is let's go, let's push. But this cart is nowhere near the control point. So this is a big reason why a lot of our Uber pushes don't go as well as they should. Because there's two things that can happen. The Uber gets focused, or the cart gets focused, right? If they're focusing the combo during the Uber, then you can cap the cart for free, assuming you can beat their flank, which I have faith that you guys can do. If in their Uber they're deciding to, that was really stupid there as well, by the way. If during their Uber they're deciding to focus cart, then we can get positioning, and we can do a lot more post Uber and try to kill their combo and then make progress that way. Nice fail stab. Okay, so that's it for the first couple points on this demo. Alright, so I want to pick it up here. This is the same scrim, except now we're pushing last. So the problem with this is right now we have a great time. 451 in 4 points is very good. But what happens is we just collapse in this last push. I believe it takes us 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes to cap last. And that is purely due to complete, I actually missed the backstab. Complete lack of togetherness and coordination from everyone. The combo was never together as one. The flank was never pushing together in sync with our combo. So let's see here. Our pyro is with our medic here. And again, I know it's a ringer, but this doesn't, you know, fully make us not responsible for what happened, right? Our medic here is all by himself. Sure, he's pushing, but it's our pyro's job to protect the medic, right? Okay, so that happened. Whatever. Now, what we should be doing now as a combo is just waiting for our medic to get up. Or sacking, right? So we try to get some small ground here and there. So we're just kind of waiting. Here's our spy again. Kind of chilling in this building. So our medic's back up. Our medic should be with our combo. And if our medic's not playing with our combo, then we need to call that. Me dropping down and going there was not worth it. I think I was trying to cap cart. That was stupid, right? Our combo needs to be playing together. We also should not be playing down there. Our pyro doesn't need to be chasing that. Our combo needs to be up here, top left, at all times, waiting to get Uber, right? So right now, we're at full Uber disad. And what happens next is that we start they just start killing us with this Uber ad. So our med's low again. I believe he lives here, which is fine, which is good. Okay, so med, get that? Nope, he doesn't get that. Now he gets it. Okay, so we have severe Uber disad. We should just be back here building, but me and Bob, we kind of get a little antsy here, and we start trying to force it. Now, no one should be dying now. There's no reason for people to die, right? You can't get this cart closer unless you're spy, right? We need to be all live and waiting for an Uber push. Now what happened here is we were way too aggressive without Uber. And another problem is our pyro is not in a position to deny this Uber right here, right? And their pyro completely destroys our medic, right? No one was really prepared for them to push in without Uber. Now, granted, we did get heavy NG and sniper with this, right? So, this might have been a good time to push in, right? And get some little cap time, if possible, right? And that's sort of the issue here. And you'll notice in a lot of these demos, it's kind of like really glitchy with the foggy screen. I don't know why it does. I don't really watch demos all that often. But so for right now, no one needs to be dying. No reason to go sacking in for a cart here. You're not going to get it closer. The best we can do is our spy to just kind of cloak and decloak on it to reset the timer. But there's no reason to be pushing in on it, right? And again, I know we had a spy ringer as well, but, you know, he was somewhat comparable to our spy, right? I believe our spy is better, but not, you know, it wasn't that extremely worse, right? So, once again, people are feeding, I'm feeding, just trying to get damage off for no reason, and our soldier got backside. Can't really do much about that. But right now, we should be waiting to get Uber. They Uber in again, and chase our medic and kill him once again, because our combo is not together. So that was a big reason with this, was our combo wasn't together. And I believe when we finally get an Uber, somewhere around here, we do end up getting Uber, believe it or not. Not healing at all right now. Dies again to another, not even a pyro Uber, just walks in and kills him again. So as you can tell, I mean, everyone's just dying a lot. So let's see what happens when we finally get Uber. Because if we can stay alive, it's easy. It's kind of easy to just kind of play passive until we get Uber and stay alive. People can go in for sack plays every now and then, but here, now we have Uber. What we should be doing when we have Uber is our combo is going to either push, well, we're going to push from top left, or maybe we might push around the right side. And then at that time, we're going to try to focus guns so our flank can get in. So right now, our combo is going to be calming that we're ready to push. So our soldier and our scout, who is dead right now, should be getting in a position to you know, aggress off this Uber. Right? So here we use Uber, and our soldier is not in a position to get this cart push. We're not getting any cart time here. Now I'm off on the flank here trying to get some presence here. But unfortunately, everyone dies, right? Not a good Uber. Right now we should be capping cart big time. Their med's down on the low ground here. But that level 1 coming up is pretty bad, right? So not a great Uber push. Right? Because we need to be coming in at all fronts during the Uber. I don't know. I think we might have got stuffed during the Uber. I don't really remember. And I believe we finally pushed this in. Just on a dry push or something. Yeah, our spy just kind of caps it, I believe. And then they all drop down, and then once they're on the low ground, it's pretty much done, so. Right? The heavy drops down, he falls in the pit. And that's that. Not really much else. And that's that. So for defense, I really like to have the gun out here, because what happens is their soldier and or demo is going to bomb onto this roof. So what happens is, if we have, I'll pause it, if we have our gun out here, and then our soldier kind of waiting to ambush here, we can get good damage on them up top, because our demo and heavy are going to also be here getting damage out. If we can get damage out and then our soldier bomb in to clean up, we can get an easy kill, and we can hold this just for those few seconds longer, right? So that's why, because when you have the gun out here, it's not going to get spammed from anywhere. And if it does, you just pull it. All right, so let's resume. All right, and they're always going to jump on this roof. It's a very important place to hold when you're pushing. So that our soldiers should be sitting here waiting for the damage call out, for the bomb calls to counter bomb and try to get an easy pick. All right. When you're standing over here, you can't do enough damage to really affect anything. Sure, you can get some spam rockets in there, but they're in resupply. They can just get their ammo back, their health back. All right. So let's go a little bit faster than normal speed. So you're going to see every single player ever is going to jump on this roof. Right? Now, if our gun was in a position here, he's just getting some spam out. At some point, he's going to jump on this roof. Surely, right? He's caught like fucking idiot. Whatever. Not good players, right? So he jumps on roof. When he's on this roof, when he bombs in, if we have a gun to deny them and a soldier as well, you're going to be at a health advantage over this guy, right? Once you're at a health advantage, you can win that fight. I have faith. Even if you're not, I have faith that you can beat him because you're a good soldier, right? So then we have to back out, which is fine. We're not really going to hold this point all that long. So just a little something. But I actually believe you died holding this. Yeah, I remember you bombed out and got sniped because you're very isolated if you're standing over here, Gekken. You can't really do much. You're not with your team. You can't do enough damage to affect anything. And you can't escape cleanly, right? So quickly pushing into second. When they spam, the spam is coming straight down this corridor. The spam's not zipping around over here or zipping up and under. So our medic needs to be standing down here in the low ground where it's safe. He's got a little roof over his head. He's not going to take any spam damage. Or in the dispenser here, just in this little corner. You know, I kind of prefer he stand down here, and here I am trying to tell him to do that. And this is a terrible spot to stand. You will get spammed if you're standing right there. Right? Because the spam will come down and you'll take damage. Our demo's now telling him to. This isn't that good either because you're not with your team. A spy can easily just come in and backstab you. Like that. If the sniper wasn't there, I promise you our medic gets backstabbed. And when you're here, you can easily get spammed out as well. Because you'll take spam damage, right? So there he is. He's standing in the spam angle and he gets force. Right? So, just showing what happens. Now, we are at an Uber disad. There's not much we can do here, but again, our pyro is not in a position to deny this Uber at all. And they just walk in and kill every single one of us. Chases our medic, kills him too. Right? So sure, we were at Uber disad, but we could have dealt with it much better. So I wanted to show this Uber push by them because this is another instance of poor positioning and poor Uber management. So right now, we see they're Ubered, but our pyro is not in a position to deny this Uber, right? I don't know where our pyro is right now, actually. There he is. And we also waited so long to use Uber that we lost everyone post-Uber and actually died. So if we watch that again, we can see it. All right. So what happened was, because so many people died during the Uber, it actually made their Uber better post-Uber, right? So right now, our pyro should be ready to deny this Uber when it comes, right at this doorway, right? But right now, he's spy checking, and he's so far back from the combo, and then he runs away instead of getting the ammo at the dispenser, and now he can't deny this Uber, and he gets dropped in the Uber, which is unfortunate. That's not his fault that he gets dropped in the Uber. But if that Uber would have happened further out, that would have been a solo pyro Uber and denied that push, right? And it's good to spy check, but you don't need to be that diligent, and especially don't go for this pack. You should always go for the dispenser if it's up, right? And I think we actually might hold this for a few more seconds, but with the cart this close, we should just be backing off. Everyone should be backing out right now. Medic should be out. Demo's just kind of sticking, and our med actually gets caught out. Miraculously, he lives here. I have no idea how he lives here, but he does. It's that gun. That gun basically saves him, and our med gets out. Unfucking believable. But he's very lucky that happened. Right? So pretty much all I wanted to show here was that our pyro always needs to be in a position where he could be ready to deny the Uber, or just be here just denying the Uber. Right? Because it's okay to just spy check. Oh my god, my fucking screen. Why? It's okay to just kind of spy check every now and then. Boop, boop, boop. Spy check, half a second, then back. But, you know, you don't need to be this diligent. Because their spy is not going to be this diligent to just fucking hide in every corner. Just check this box. Just kind of throw some flames in there. Throw some flames around. Just turn around. You know? Okay. So I wanted to show this as well because I believe it shows the importance of holding on to Ubers. I believe we were even Ubers here. I believe. We're at slight disad. Not that much. I don't believe they push off it. They might, actually. Let's see. We are building all right. I believe they do push off this ad here, though. We'll see. Even though, if they do, we should kite this very well. Right? It's a solo pyro Uber. So no one should be dying in this Uber. I die in this Uber, which is fine. But no one else should be dying in this Uber. Right? Okay. Our medic should be healing right now. Not healing. Drops our soldier, our pyro. And then we have a single demo Uber, right? So this is not a good place to be Ubering. He obviously does great work, and then we kind of clean up. And then I believe I die here just because of not getting heals. And then unfortunately our demo gets sniped, but it happens, right? But I die, and I believe our demo is trying to back out. Our med should be leaving. Don't heal this soldier. Don't heal this pyro. Just leave. We should be leaving this point. Our pyro should be leaving this point as well. Right? We lost our combo. We should be getting out. And our med gets incredibly close to dying, and we were very lucky that he didn't. Right? But if we look at the time, they have 3:30 to cap 2 points. It took us 4 minutes to cap the first 4 points. Right? And it took them, I believe, 9 minutes to cap the first 4 points. Just to give you an idea of, we're not bad. It's just we make silly mistakes at least once a game on this map, and it just completely screws us over. And so let's just carry this on into the last, because I believe they just straight up push into us very quickly, and they just push cart. Now, right now, let's just wait for the cart to get a little closer. If we look at this, I believe I can do demo pause or something like that. If I can fucking spell. It's probably resume, right? So stupid. We have no one watching the cart right now. Right? So let's look at this. No one is watching this cart right now. I'm kind of passive, very lately watching it, but we have no one in here to watch cart. We have no scout to watch it. And what they do is they just straight up get ×4 on cart, and they just push it straight in. I get 2 of them, but I can't get all of them. If we have a soldier in here just ready to spam and take them out, at least we can get some damage off really quick. And at least do a little bit better than that. Let's go to tick 90,000. I believe that works. Because what happened was I was the only one doing damage to the point, and it just went straight in right away. Because if we had one person doing damage anywhere else, we would have been fine. If we had a soldier here denying the pushing, and a scout and soldier should always be down here to deny just some damage here, right? Just kind of peek this heavy. You could easily finish that off that heavy. He dies anyways, but you know. Let's see. When they finally push here. They're getting a little close. They haven't pushed yet. They're only at 54. It was an Uber push, right? But what happened here was we have no one down here. Look how dry it is down here. Their soldier actually comes down here. And then we see the push start to happen, right? Now, I believe it was the soldier, NG, and heavy that pushed the card in. when they finally get Uber. So they're getting close to Uber here, and they're getting ready to use. So here they use Uber, and look what their flank does. They get ready. They're pushing cart. ×4 on cart. We have no one doing damage on this cart. If our soldier was here, easily would have been destroyed. Soldier, you were playing up here. At that point up there, you can't really do much. You can't do much damage from where you're standing here. Because it's all uphill, right? I mean, obviously you can, because it's a little corridor. But it's not the best place to be standing, right? Our demo can spam in through this window and deny here if their combo's playing over there, right? And pretty easy. And if they're not, then our soldiers can be down here and can flank behind and kill anyone else, because obviously their flank's playing more aggressively here. So, just some little things like that. Anyways, we can go on to the next demo. So I picked this demo specifically because, let's pause this, because of the logs that were with them. Let's see if I can pull up the logs. I don't know if I remember what logs they were. Was it this one? Yeah. So I picked these logs because our demo had like 250 more damage. What? 270? 260. 267 more damage, right? Did I pick these logs? No, I didn't pick these logs. Which ones did I fucking pick? I obviously picked one we lost. I don't know if it was this one, though. No, it wasn't this one. I'll find it. It was this one. Yeah, it was Loli's. I remember this. So our demo still did, what, 260 something more damage than theirs. And we both, our combo top fragged in the server. Alright? So I picked these logs to figure out what was going on. And it's all, that's kind of the beauty of payload, is it's more than just kills. It's more on coordination and trying to get things done efficiently, right? So, those were just the little things from this scrim. In the next scrim, it's a little bit different things we can pick at. Okay, so I picked this scrim to kind of see what was going on, because once again, our heavy, I got the second most kills, and our demo top damage by far on the server. But the problem was their scout actually had the most kills on the server. He had one more than me, and I wanted to see why, right? And since our scout was top fragging, he must have obviously been destroying our flank. So what was happening with our flank to have that happen? And the problem was, it was constant 1v1s. Like what we just saw right there was Gekken went in and was fighting a soldier while also getting shot by a scout, right? He got the soldier down pretty low, and so then when you came in, he tried to fight him off, took some damage in the process, and then had to fight the scout at a disadvantage here, right? So you see how both their flank players are playing together? This is what you guys need to do. Unfortunately, you guys are losing to that spy. It happens, whatever. But you guys are so low there as well. Now, their soldier is running black box and conk. You are a tank. When you're playing soldier, you are a tank. Their soldier is an idiot, right? But he's still going to do well because he's running black box conk, right? It sucks. You need to be running this. You are slow. When you're in here, you can't really jump all that much, right? So your mobility is really limited. You're basically like a heavy, right? But you don't have a medic to heal you. All you have is this pack here, right? So having the passive healing of the conk and the black box means you can take fights like this and, get out alive. 50 HP, well, guess what? If someone pushes you, you're easily at 100 right away, right? And so that's the thing. You guys, you're constantly at a disadvantage because you have no source of healing when you're fighting these guys, right? Now, if you want to run milk, you can. I don't know how you feel about that. You don't have to if you don't want. Actually, I think milk might be banned, which it rightly should be. So never mind that. But So here, again, you guys push together, you get some damage off, and you clean up on that one guy. Unfortunately, you get backstabbed, it happens, right? But what I wanted to note was when we start getting to this point here, we need to push this cart as far as we can and just leave it there. Which what I was talking about earlier. Just push it and leave it there, right? And then just wait for the Uber. A problem with this one was we took forever to push. We were so slow pushing this second point, right? I think this was our first Uber push. But when we're pushing with this Uber, we need to be on this cart pushing it. So you guys are spawning right now, getting some cart presence. But by this point, the Uber's already done, right? So good cleanup. But you unfortunately get cleaned up there, right? And Youth is dead as well. So just kind of little things like that. Just running the black box and conk would help you out a ton. And would also help out Youth, because once you get conk, you guys can kind of have your own little pushes. Or you could even come with the combo and we could have a conk push if you want. I wouldn't really recommend that on this map, but it's a good idea if you want to do it. Right? Because see, look, you bombed in, which is fine, but you're at 150 HP, right? You can easily get sniped and die. You can take damage like that, and you're already low. You have no source of healing other than that. And you're not going to get healing from our medic. There's no way this medic's going to be healing you, right? Okay? So you're getting good damage on that gun. You know, staying alive by the hair of your teeth, by the skin of your teeth. But if you're running black box conk, you'd be living there, brother. I'm just saying. So right here is what I talk about when I say we take too long and we're milking Ubers. So right now, we have Uber. We should be pushing in, just to see what would happen, right? All right, sure, we might not have our pyro, but we have positioning here. Look how far forward I am. If we're in here, we can Uber in and get some damage off. As soon as they use, we should be here ready to use, but we're not. Right? And so they actually get so much ground here, and then we actually end up dropping our demo, and so this Uber is now worthless. Right? Because what good is it to have Uber if your whole combo is dead, right? And it actually gets to the point where you get forced, I believe. Yep, you get forced here, but there's no one with you to help you, right? And so that Uber that you held onto ends up just being worthless and you die from it. Okay? So if we were in a more aggressive position, ready to use Uber, right? We're on offense. We can use Uber first. They actually used Uber first. So we could have used Uber counter and gotten a lot more positioning and a lot better frags from that rather than dropping everyone and ending up getting nothing with that Uber. So I picked this part as well because it's also an instance of where we don't use Uber when we should just use Uber. There's no point not to use Uber here. So I'm pushed aggressively here. We should be using right now, but we drop me, and then our demo tries to aggress off my damage, but we can't use. We're not in a position to use Uber now. He gets trapped off and he dies. So now we're in only our pyro and medic are together. So if anyone were to aggress on our combo, our quote-unquote combo right now, our med's in serious danger of forcing and losing full Uber just to stay alive, right? Or try to stay alive, right? So dropping your combo when they're in a position to push, whether it's a good idea or not to push, is extremely dangerous to not only our medic, but to everyone else that's trying to aggress right now. So, just a little heads up. Now, luckily, it's kind of a forgiving position. You're able to kind of stay alive. Unfortunately, we all got locked out there. And we all respawned and we were all safe. But it could have been worse, as was shown on the last point, where we actually had to force and ended up our medic dying post-Uber. Alright. So once again, getting good damage off and dropping our combo. But our combo wasn't really in a position to push. We just weren't pushing together. Right? And again, we got their demo out of it, so it's not likely for them to push off that. So it was actually it was a decent trade, especially on offense with our spawns being better and us getting a teleporter up soon. So it's just kind of like we're giving up a lot of ground very easily by not pushing as a team and having people pushing multiple positions at the same time. Now, their scout's actually up top for some reason, which means their low ground is probably empty. And it sure is. So if we were able to... We can't really get to the low ground. Well, we actually can just from right here. You can just go down this drop down here and get to the low ground. You can actually flank behind, this being our soldier or our scout or anyone really can flank behind and then get off some good damage. Once again, dropped in the Uber, and they have conk. So this is, not only is it a solo Uber, but it's a solo Uber with conk, and we just dropped 2 players in our Uber. So this was a wasted Uber. At least we kept our medic alive for now and our demo alive. So that's not terrible. We traded Ubers, but it's just wasting time, right? And we don't have really time to spare. We're already at 11 minutes through 4 points, which is not that great. Okay, so let's see the spy here. Let's see if he gets the med. Obviously, yes. Okay, that happens. Fair enough. We shouldn't be aggressing here, considering that our pyro and heavy are just now spawning and moving up. We probably should be posturing outside, waiting for our combo to respawn at that point. Because being in here alone is very dangerous. So you can see here, our demo barely makes it out alive. Our med dies climbing just because of a spy in a corner. So if we ever lose important combo members in important positions, we should just wait to aggress as a team. Because right now, even, again, we're all disconnected. I was too far forward. I wasn't with our combo. And once again, let's see when we finally get Uber what we end up doing. We're getting good cap time every now and then. We're just kind of keeping it close. Oh, I lost my fucking shit. Dude, that pisses me off. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're hurt. Our med's hurt again. Combo's dying again. We should not be going in with 50 HP and only our demo with them. Pyro should be sprinting to get with our combo right now. There he is. Okay. 85. Posturing to Uber soon. So when we say we have Uber, that should be our flanks cue to start posturing around cart. Right? And they only have a sniper down here. So we have Uber. So they're getting ready to get on cart. This is good. Getting good free cap time. I think we got the gun down. Yeah, so they're pushing. And this was a great last push. Right? We get them all down on the low ground. Clean up the gamers. And then NG finishes the cap. So that's what all of our pushes should be. Not just last. I mean, second, third, and fourth should all be like that. We Uber in, and then cart's getting pushed by the flank. Right? Because you saw what happened, right? Alright, good, we have this setup time here. We were pushing cart so well that we forced their combo to completely ignore... let's see if we can go back there. See if I guessed correctly. We forced their combo to focus on the cart, which led to our own combo get better positioning on their combo. Alright? So here we Uber. We're getting good damage off. We actually haven't... They haven't used yet, I believe. Right? They don't have Uber yet, right? But we force them to take the low ground, and then we just clean up from the high ground. Boom, boom, boom. NG comes in and cleans up. Perfect. I mean, not perfect. A lot of people died, and we kind of eked it out. But it was a very good push. And now, if we do that with all the points, it's easy money, right? So just because you're not in the combo doesn't mean you don't listen to combo and work around and, you know, change your game around what the combo is doing. And that doesn't mean we don't want input from the flank, because it's like if we are deciding to push but you don't feel like it's a good time to push because you are dead or you don't have good ground or you don't have good cart time, then tell us immediately. Because if we're in here ready to push second, right, but the cart is like way back here, then tell us not to Uber. Because if we Uber in and we get that, you guys still have to push this cart all the way around here just to get caught up with us. Which leaves us tons of time to get backstabbed, to lose the fight because they don't need to focus Cart's so far back. They can focus on this fight here. All right. So feel free to let us know when that kind of stuff happens. You're playing on here now, which is great. I recommend to sit down here so they don't know you're there, and then you can counter bomb and get a lot more damage that way. But here, you know, you take damage, you deal damage, you know, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. You didn't get the kill, that's fine. It's not always going to happen. You're not guaranteed a kill there. Spy's just sitting on that box there. You jump back out, good. And then flank works together to clean up on the soldier. Perfect, you know. And again, this was the team that their scout got the most kills on the server. So I wanted to see what was happening on second. Because on second, that's when our flank is most disconnected from our combo. Right? So I wanted to see how you guys were working together isolated, you know, in that 2v2 or 2v3 situation. So they're getting ready to push already. They actually Uber right off. But our Pyro is either dead or not in a position to deny this Uber. Luckily, we're able to flash around well. Sure, we drop our demo, but we trap their med out and we get them down, which is good. So we hold on to this point. And I believe we hold on to this point for a long time. Demo's pushing cart for some reason. And this is why we need to be our flank needs to be working together. Because mini sentry engineers will fuck a scout. I don't care who this NG is. This could literally be a pub player. If he's running mini sentries against a scout, he's going to win, you know. Like 8 out of 10 times here, right? So we need to be working together as a team, as a flank, to push off each other's damage, right? Because if our soldier takes out the mini, and then our scout can push in and clean up on like their scout here or their NG here, then we're good to go, right? But unfortunately, you're taking one-on-ones and you're losing, right? Gekken loses to this shitty fucking NG, right? So just kind of work together. If you see your soldiers not with you in some of these positions, then don't push in, right? Just kind of wait for a half second. He was getting packed. He'd be right back. He takes out the gun, you clean up on the hurt players, and you're good to go. Alright? Just little stuff like that. Because it's not like you guys are bad. Fucking Youth has 51 points, right? Gekken's middle of the leaderboard, you know? You guys fucking destroy on Koth maps, right? You just need to be talking more. Well, it's not even really talking. It's just playing more together. See, pushing in there, you don't need to do that because you're on your own in a 1v3, right? With a mini sentry. Alright? So right now, this is good. You guys are kind of spreading their focus. You have a soldier in on the left, but then our Pyro, our scout leaves that, right? So now, it's a 1-on-3. And then the gun gets really low. Stays up. Good work, Yama. But... so that's what happens. Just try to avoid taking 1-on-1s or 1-on-2s, you know? Just work together. If you guys are working together, you can beat all 3 of these people and a mini sentry, right? Now, that doesn't mean you both walk through this little choke point here. That just means you're pushing and coordinating together. Like right now, maybe shoot this gun, Gekken walks in, Youth walks around like this. So if Gekken's walking in here, Youth's pressuring, and if Youth is telling them they have 2 in that side tunnel, Gekken can flank around and kill both of them, right? Instead of trying to double back here, if he was to walk straight in there and pinch them, you guys would have easily cleaned up both of those players there, right? So it's just kind of little stuff like that, especially on this point here, because like I said, you guys are so isolated. And again, it comes down to, hey, run black box, because you'll get so much free HP. Now on defense is a little different. You could probably get away with running stock and Conqueror or something like that. But I still, you know, for your own good, I would recommend just trying black box and seeing what happens. Right? Because the amount of HP regen you get is huge. So there you go. So you guys are working together. You get their soldier down to 10 HP, basically. And then you clean up on it. Like, sure, you might have died, but you're able to trade the kill. Right? And you guys have the exact same spawn times as you see on the left there. Right? So just being cognizant of what you can do together and when you can push solo and when not to push solo. So right now I wouldn't push in here because they have a mini. But sorry for ranting about this because I know you guys are good. This is another instance where I wanted to talk about milking Ubers. Because I believe this was the point where we could have easily blocked this Uber had we used Uber a lot earlier. So right now, we see them use Uber. So if we use now, like as soon as we get, this might actually not be it. I think it's the next Uber. We didn't flash anyone here. Well, we only lost one, which is perfectly fine. You know, we killed their heavy and pyro, and we basically denied the Uber. We still have a good positioning, so that was fine. I don't mind if you drop me there. I believe it's the next Uber push then that I'm talking about. We're building a lot better than they are, which is great. Hit him with the Lewis bot. Yeah, it was right here. They're posturing to Uber, right? So let's go back a couple ticks. 1-0, 2. It's actually quite a bit, but whatever. The reason I'm kind of upset about this, not really, was just because of our positioning that we had here. This was too far back. They don't even have Uber yet. Come on, get Uber, losers. Okay. They actually didn't have Uber, which is why I'm not really that angry. Because, again, on defense, we should be using Uber reactively. But this probably would have been a good point to be a little bit more aggressive. Because we have good positioning here. Not right now, but when the Uber comes in, we get good positioning on them. So right now, if we use Uber, we have 5 people in this building, right? If we use Uber with our demo and with me blocking this doorway, we can clean up this demo here, assuming they don't drop him, assuming they drop him. If they don't drop him, then they have to flash. They have a hurt pyro as well, I believe. No, their pyro is full HP. I'm looking at their soldiers' health and the sniper. So the pyro's at full HP, the heavy's at full HP. The heavy's buffed. But if we don't drop me here, and we flash our demo, we're in a great position to take this fight. But what happened is, sure, if you drop me, whatever, that happens. What happens is they use Uber, and we take so long to react to it that we lose so many players, and we end up dropping our demo, and our pyro isn't in this Uber now because he actually gets air blasted off. I don't know if you saw it. And so now we're in a terrible position to take this Uber fight, right? We do some damage to their medic, thanks to Yama. And we get their meds super low, and we actually clean up on a lot of their players. But this could have gone way smoother, and I believe their med actually stays alive here. No, alright, yeah, Gekken cleans him up. But now we have absolutely no hold, no structure at all, and it's just a free-for-all, right? So to avoid that, just don't milk Uber so hard, right? Because what happens is, if you use Uber early, the players that you're Ubering are full HP. And they're going to be full HP post-Uber as well, right? We're already using Uber second, so our Uber is already inherently better. There's no point in milking those extra 1 or 2 seconds out of it. It's not going to benefit anyone in the long run, right? And they cap, and we get everyone out, which is good. We should have been getting out way sooner, but we're out, which is good. And I believe that is it. We'll see. This is, I believe, the last instance where, again, they use Uber, and we, instead of using Uber back, we hold it on for so long that it becomes irrelevant, right? So right now, we should be using Uber just to kind of get ground and get some kills, right? But what happens is we drop our med here instead. So what happened is, let's see if we can actually go back a little bit further. Probably 1250. I think that would be good. What happened is they used Uber. I don't believe we had Uber yet. We can see if that's the case. We can see what happened here in slow-mo. Okay, so what happened is only us two are alive. You have Uber. They just get Uber and they use Uber. Right? So we actually forced them, I believe. So they use Uber. We should be using, maybe not yet, but as soon as it kind of starts flashing, I would recommend kind of maybe using it around here with a Pyro and Scout, just to kind of clean up cart here, all right? Because we have spawns coming in. If not there, then I would use it now, just to kind of, again, get ground again, and to just equalize Ubers again. Because you're basically wasting Uber ad here, and then obviously they clean up. You know, some might say we should be just leaving with that Uber, which is fine, but we didn't leave as well, right? If you want to keep the Uber, then get out. Get the fuck out of here. Go up to last and hold on to that Uber, right? Which is fine. But if you don't want to hold on to it, then just use it, man. What are you waiting for? Like a golden fucking waiting for the stars to align or something, right? Just use it, see what happens, get some cleanup. You know their Uber's gone. So if we take a scout in to focus the medic and we can have demo clean up on cart, we could probably maybe hold on for a few seconds, maybe get the medic, get Uber ad again, and be on our way. Right now we're at about a full Uber disad, pushing into last. Now again, this team is not really all that great. I think they might give us the Uber. I think they might take forever and give us the Uber. Because they have Uber right now, they should be pushing. There's no point in holding on to Uber. Because all they're doing is letting us get Uber, and unfortunately our med dies to spam. So I don't actually think they give us the Uber. That would be incredible if they gave us the Uber. Highly unlikely though. Oh, we actually dropped their med. I was not paying attention at all. Was not even looking at my screen. But anyways, Barry hates white people. Anyways, that was pretty much it. I think we have a pretty good last hold here. Again, they have 3 minutes to push last, and considering how much time it took us to get this hold, you know, we could be doing way better. And again, Gekken, I would not recommend holding on this left side here. Play on this low ground over here next to the pack, right? Because you have a half HP pack right here. If you're running black box, you're getting heals, you know. You can rotate around up top here, get this pack as well. You know, whatever you need to do, right? And 2 minutes, I don't remember how they capped, so we'll see. We have Uber ad here actually, so I'm trying to kind of figure out what happened here. I don't remember, but we do lose this one. I missed that jump again, and they spy cap. So again, no one's watching the cart, and then we lose. So probably my fault, but just all the things leading up to it, you know, could have been done better, and could have had a much better Uber push. But anyways, that's all, and thanks for tuning in.